I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Maya Singletary. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am actually in my bed watching a movie because it's cold. Well, the temperature dropped in Philadelphia.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I always offer those that are in the cold an opportunity to receive an email of Caribbean sunshine. I could send that your way.
Oh no, I actually prefer the cold,
Oh,
so I'm
really?
actually yes, I
Oh,
don't like heat.
all right, all right, all right. Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Well, do tell me which of your talents is responsible for us meeting.
My organization skills.
Wow, who did you learn
Yes.
this from?
Myself, I think. Basically, I've always been pretty organized, but I've found a way to monetize it. Yeah.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
Well, so basically, the story goes I was in corporate America and I had a coworker who actually asked me to dog sit for her. She had to make an emergency trip to Chicago, and her dog literally ate 10 o'clock every night. So I couldn't find the dog food. So I'm rummaging through the apartment, opening closets and whatnot to try to find the dog food. And I just so happened to open her clothing closet and saw how chaotic it was. And it literally like gave me hives. So what I did was I said, this is going to go one of two ways. Either she's going to love it or she's going to tell me to get my stuff and get the hell out of her apartment.
Yeah.
So I literally fed the dog after I found the food and reorganized her whole closet.
Wow. Wow. So what happened? Did she throw you out or did she?
No, no. She was shocked and she was very grateful. And I did her wardrobe as well.
Wow.
So I do organization and I help with wardrobe updating and revamping as well.
Interesting. Now, where can we go to connect with the services you offer? What's the best place? Website, social? Tell me.
Well, you could everywhere. You could go to www.majesticclosets.com. You could go to Instagram. My Instagram name is Majestic Closets. You can go to Facebook, Majestic Closets, and I posted pictures. Just basically about me because people want to know about the person who's coming into their home telling them that their closet's a mess and I'm there to help them.
Wow.
So
Yeah, makes
I
sense.
just, yeah, so I try to be as transparent as possible and just let people see the before and afters and the testimonials and the media. So they just get a pretty good idea of
That's
what I
wonderful.
do and how I can actually help them.
That's wonderful. Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, where did the name Majestic Closets come from?
Well, I needed an M. I said, my name is Maya. I like to keep everything in the M family. So I wanted a name that was regal, something that would stand out. And I said, Majestic. And it stuck
Love it.
because it was initially closets, even though I've done nurseries, I've done other parts of the home, but it started out with closets.
Wow, wow. Well, isn't that a story? I love it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, all right. So, definitely what you're doing does come with some challenges, right? Like, you get to see the messy side of people's lives, right? Why will you continue to repeat this skill in spite of that?
Well, the thing is that I've never been more fulfilled than actually taking something before and after. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. And at first, I just thought, I'm just, getting things organized, cleaning things for people. And a lot of my clients were like, you've literally changed my life. Like, I
Wow.
can open up the closet, there's no anxiety anymore. Thank you so much. And that alone is just, it's worth everything. I mean, I'm not doing it out of the kindness of my heart. Of course, I'm being compensated, but there's nothing like someone saying, thank you so much. Like, you really made a huge difference. And that is just, that's everything.
So is this a full-time gig now?
It's part-time now, just because I've just moved to Philadelphia
Yeah.
and I'm building here as opposed to, when I was in New York, it was something that it could have been full-time, but
Yeah.
New York is a very expensive place to live. So you definitely need to supplement the income. But I'm building my brand here in Philadelphia. So from my mouth to God's ears, this would be full-time mid 2018, like full steam ahead, working on closets and homes in the northeast region of of the country.
I
New
believe.
York, New Jersey,
I believe. I believe.
Connecticut,
I believe.
Philadelphia, DC. I'm
I
coming for
believe.
you, East Coast.
I believe. It's really intriguing to the person that was speaking right before you is an organizer as well. Now she's doing virtual managing, right? So she's helping other people organize their stuff around the virtual world. But it just speaks to the value of where you've set into, right? I mean, what are the chances, right, that you'd be the person right after the person I was speaking that organizes, right? So it's always intriguing. Now tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
Oh, one thing. I've prayed a lot.
How does that make you feel?
You know what? I tell people there's power in the spoken word, and it really is true. You have to confess with your tongue, and you have to believe. And the past year and a half has been pretty tough. With work, and I had a couple of issues at my corporate job, and just the stress and being in New York City. But I stayed faithful to praying.
That's amazing.
So that is definitely it helps. And my thing is this: we walk by faith, not by sight. So, and I know that I'm not going to be forsaken. He will never forsaken me.
Wow.
So I know I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, suggest to someone out there that's listening why they should operate in faith, why they should definitely walk by faith and not by sight.
Because I think that us as humans, we believe in instant gratification, and that's not what life is all about. If you want instant gratification, paint a wall.
Yeah.
If you really love something and you're passionate about it and you work hard and that this is for you, you pray and be confident in knowing that he, whether you call him Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah, whoever he is that you believe is a higher being, you pray to them, and hopefully you will have the faith to know that you're doing the right thing, and they will guide you and put the right people in your life to help you to achieve that goal.
Amazing audience. We are live with Maya Singletary. She is the organizer, right? Do check her out at majesticclosets.com, right? You could check her out on all social media as well, right? You said Instagram,
yes.
Facebook, you're there, right? Majestic Closets. Well, Maya, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Maya, what is your earliest childhood memory?
The earliest childhood memory I can recall, and this is the God's honest truth, I remember being changed, my diaper being changed by my uncle. And this sounds really creepy because I was potty trained at 14 months. I remember being changed by him. And I told my mom exactly what he was wearing, and she literally dropped. She was making macaroni and cheese at night, and she dropped it. And she's like, how do you know this? I was like, Mommy, because I remember. So, yeah, it's weird. But I was just like, I remember him changing me. She's like, what?
Wow. So how old do you think you were? Average?
Well, like I said, I was potty trained at 14 months. And if you speak to psychiatrists and psychologists, and I have a degree in psychology, they'll say, no, that's absolutely impossible. You don't remember before the age of 3. And I'm just like, I'm telling you what the guy wore. I remember.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking at probably like 6 to 9 months around there, possibly.
No, I would say probably about, because I was a defiant child, I
Yeah.
would say probably a year.
All right. All right. All right. That's cool. So why do you think this memory is so clear?
Because I don't know. Maybe it's because I just remember him grabbing both of my ankles, pulling me up, and taking this huge diaper off of me.
Yeah.
And it's just so bizarre. And like I said, my mom confirmed it. And so I'm actually known for my memory. My memory is pretty impeccable.
Yeah.
So
That's good. That's good.
with dates and especially a birthday, I'll never forget a birthday. If you tell me, I'll never forget.
Well, how about this? How about this? Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Sure.
I love the idea that even then you were attracted to what goes into closets. The clothes he was wearing. Like it stuck out, right? I'm guessing it was a pretty orderly fashioned young man, right? Your uncle. I'm guessing he really had it together, did he? No?
I was the one who had it together because I had on this yellow dress. I remember that. It was a yellow dress.
Wow.
And I was born in 1980. So, I mean, you know, the things were huge and they had the thick material. It's not like the crap they sell today. So.
All right, so we could definitely say then that most definitely you had that order from back then, right? Like even then you were this orderly person.
In my head, but it really came to fruition when I went to college and I would go to like, you know, in the dorms, I would go to my neighbors' rooms and I would just see how nice, neat, and orderly their dorm rooms were. I'm like, wow, this is why they study so well. This is why they get such good grades. Like this, it was so conducive to studying and everything had a place. And it was just gorgeous. And I've always had a good sense of style. I mean, not to pat myself on the back, but I've always just had a good eye on what looks good on or for someone. So
pretty amazing stuff.
Any way to parlay that, thank you. Any way to parlay that into organization or to someone's wardrobe, sign me up. I love it.
Wonderful. So tell me, if we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Oh my God. I would say Anything by SWV. That is my favorite all-girl, like favorite all-time group. And I was obsessed with Coco, the lead singer.
Yeah.
So it would be Anything by SWV.
All right, my friend. Well, that's cool. We've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to go pretty quickly here, Maya. Are you ready?
Yep.
Maya, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
No.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
No.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? More than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Less than 8.
After 1,001 conversations in 2016, in 3 months, I came up with a workbook. The name of it is Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. And as you dig deeper, you find your mission, your own unique real statement. If you had to share with us, Maya, your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
Carpe diem.
Ooh, give us the English.
Seize the day.
There we go. Maya Singletary, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Yes, go to www.majesticclosets.com.
Check that out. Maya Singletary, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com. And for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.